And that's dinner. And that's dinner. That's dinner. Babe, can you double knot me over here? Because I feel like I'm getting undone. And that's dinner. Hello, my people. Happy August 5th. It is our first episode of TikTok TV Season 3, okay? You know we're going to start cooking at around 8 o'clock. Got a nice treat for you, okay? And if you're an OG and you've been around for a while, shrimp parm will ring a bell to you. I was actually discussing this with my husband the other day. I think it may have been one of the first meals I've ever made on live. If not the first, one of the first. If there's anybody in here who has been in my lives, I mean, I've been on here for like 3 years now. If you've been on my lives from back in the day, I know I did shrimp parm on here and it was a hit, okay? And it's been a while since I made it, and I'm like, for my first episode of TikTok TV Season 3, okay? I gotta keep it, gotta keep it hot. Thank you. You know, I just washed my hair, but usually I'll put like a curler to it. I just been using like the blow dryer lately, and not doing all the curling stuff because I just don't have the time. To be honest, Yeah, my girl said that that we should take him out and let it rest for a little bit. So we'll see for the summer, because it's just because of the chlorine. There's no way that I can get around it, you know what I mean? We're just going to be here prepping some things till about 8 o'clock. We start cooking at about 8. And, of course, I'm going to make a fresh marinara sauce with tomatoes from the garden. Tomatoes from the garden, herbs from the garden. You're making a roast beef? That sounds delicious, not mine. That sounds delicious. How do your eyes not tear? I don't know. I think I'm just like immune to it at this point. I really do. I think I'm just immune to it. So this is going to be our onion. Now, for a marinara sauce like what I have, I'm going to just do a quarter of this, actually. Thank you, Beth. What are you guys doing tonight, man? Tuesday? You guys coming to hang with me? How lucky am I? How lucky am I, my people? We're making shrimp parm tonight. So if you're just joining, you were in for a treat. See, I am crying now. You jinxed me, babe. You jinxed me, babe. I'm just going to start prepping some ingredients, and then at 8, we'll start cooking. Now, my marinara sauce, I've made this on here for you guys so many times. Very easy. Onion, garlic, tomatoes. And if you don't have fresh tomato, you can use canned tomato, of course. I use canned tomato all the time, I just happen to have a little fresh right now. You guys are making me cry. I'm so happy you're here. You're making me cry. I'm so happy you're here. Let me just check my face. Hold on a sec. The onions got me, babe.
Yeah.
They jinxed me. They're like, oh, it's not making you cry. I instantly started tearing. Okay. Just in time to recover for 8 p.m., okay? I'm happy to be here. Me too, my love. I'm happy to just wake up every day, be alive, breathe fresh air, It's the little things in life you need to be grateful for, okay? Let me get this onion out of here. It's ruining my night. Ruining my night over here, okay? But let me show you something that's going to bring joy to your life. Produce. Beautiful produce from my garden. She's gorgeous. My eyes really tear right now. Having a little technical difficulties over here. Okay, we have some fresh parsley, fresh basil from the garden. I'm going to be using both of that. Fresh parsley for the breadcrumb mixture and the shrimp parm, and the fresh basil in the shrimp parm and also in the sauce, of course, okay? These are all fresh tomatoes. Oh, from South Brunswick, so cool. What's up, Deborah? These are all from my garden, okay? I picked these like within the last 3 days. These are a new variety that I've been loving. I think they're called something Devils, Jersey Devils maybe. But we're going to be using all of these in our marinara sauce. What's up, JJ? JJ in the house. Hello from Boston. Hello from New Jersey, my people. And if you're just joining us, today is episode 1 of season 3 on TikTok TV. And we're going to be making shrimp parm and fresh marinara sauce, okay? So I already chopped up some onions that literally made me cry. Now we're going to chop up some beautiful tomatoes. Now, I'm going to tell you something. I like to pick my tomato with a little bit of green on it. It just like helps your plant go a little bit further, quicker. You get more fruit for your buck. You know what I mean? It promotes your plant to give you more quicker. And if you're making a marinara sauce, have you ever had a green tomato marinara sauce? Delicious. It works, especially when you're cooking it. It's all gonna get cooked down with the onions, and it caramelizes really nicely. Thank you for following me, Remy. Thank you for following me, my friend. So I'm just gonna cube this up, and you know, at 8 o'clock, we'll start getting our hands dirty over there. Did I always love to cook? Yeah, 100%. Even when I was younger and I used to like experiment in the kitchen when my mother wasn't home or whatever. Thank you for the gift, Jenna. Thank you, my love. Thank you, Lorena. I mean, they weren't always delicious creations, you know? In the beginning, you kind of just play around with whatever you have on hand, you know? There were plenty of times my mother came home and was not happy that I wasted her produce on a not delicious meal, okay? Let's just keep it that way. But that's how you learn. How do you learn? How do you learn if you don't mess up, right? How do you learn? Seafood salad for the New Year's. Yeah, you know, seafood salad, you can't go wrong with a good seafood salad. And what's great about it is you can totally customize it to what you want, you know? Like, whatever I put in the seafood salad, you don't have to use that. You don't have to use that.
What's up? Saratoga?
Oh, we're on the Saratogas now, huh? My husband likes this Saratoga sparkling water. He's getting bougie in his old age. My husband. Thank you. Thank you so much, guys. I got this kitchen done January last year. 7:59, guys. 8 o'clock, you know we're going to be starting to cook. I am prepping our ingredients for our marinara sauce. This is a fresh marinara sauce, tomatoes from the garden. Only needs to cook about 20 minutes. Really just needs to thicken up. Very, very easy. Great weeknight sauce, okay? And it's pretty basic, but you should know how to make it. You know, you really should. Okay, you're about to get yourself ice cubes, babe, okay? It's your kitchen, too.
I don't want to mess up. Well,
Not from the hours of 8 and 9 on Tuesdays, okay?
Hey, right now.
I need my own cooking show. Listen, from your mouth to God's ears, my people, okay? Happy Tuesday, my people. It is our first episode of season 3 on TikTok TV. And tonight we have a delicious meal, okay? We're going to be making shrimp parm and fresh marinara sauce with tomatoes from the garden, okay? My girl, Natalie, is in here, actually. I was just trying to tell them what this variation of tomato was. I forgot. It was called a Jersey Devil. How freaking cute are these? I mean, come on. So I just have a variety. I believe these are Jersey big boys, I believe. But anyway, they're just great for a nice tomato sauce. Quick. It does not take you all day to cook. Because, I mean, who has time for that? Especially in the summer. No one wants to sit home all day. No one wants to sit home all day. Okay. We're going to start our sauce. I have a little saucepan over here, olive oil, about 2 or 3 tablespoons, okay? You need the olive oil because you really want to fry the onion. You want to fry the tomato together. You're making almost like a chunky relish. Now, if you're not a fan of chunky marinara sauce, you could just put it in the food processor. After you cook it all up, put it in the food processor. My eyes are so red because I was crying 10 minutes ago from cutting the onions. If you're just joining, I was bawling from cutting this quarter of an onion over here. Okay? Thank you, Shirley. I appreciate that. Yes, and you know what? I really do feel people can be insecure in the kitchen very easily, and it's very easy to get discouraged if you don't know what you're doing, okay? I'm putting the quarter of an onion that I chopped up in the olive oil before I start yapping your ear off, okay? You want to cook that like 8 minutes. So while this is frying, we're going to cut up our tomatoes. Now, especially with the cookbook that I'm coming out with, it's really more of like a manual. Like, yeah, there's amazing recipes in there, but I also want you to just be like comfortable in the kitchen. Like, not everybody knows how to cook. Not everybody was raised in a household where they cook, right? So, you know, I feel like if your mom and dad didn't cook, you may not be so prone to get in the kitchen and cook yourself a meal. You know what I mean? Like, it just goes by generation. I really, really do feel that way. So don't get discouraged. If you want to get in that kitchen and you have no idea what you're doing, just start small, you know? Just start really small. We're going to be on TikTok TV every Tuesday for 8 weeks. You get me for 2 whole months again. Another 2 whole months. Who's better than you? Shout out to TikTok for, you know, calling me back. Shout out to TikTok. And shout out to you guys for showing up and hanging out with me. I mean, this is freaking cool. And I really hope you guys are watching this and like learning something from it, you know, because I really do. That's like one of the main reasons why I love doing this. I want you to watch it and learn it for yourself so you can cook this for yourself too, you know? Not everything needs to be complicated. And also, if you don't have something, swap it out. Use your better judgment. You know what I'm saying? We're making a little marinara sauce, so I'm just frying up some onion. I'm going to put some garlic in there. I'm chopping up these tomatoes, and we're going to do a fresh tomato sauce. And I love doing this also because it cooks so much quicker, okay? You don't got to sit there, man the stove. Very quick sauce. Look how beautiful these tomatoes are, all from my garden. Thank you, Louisa. I'm so glad to be back on TikTok TV. You guys know I love, you know, hopping on live anyway, and this just is so fun to me. I love this. Thank you guys. If you're just joining, we're making shrimp parm and fresh marinara sauce. So here I just have like a quarter of an onion frying up in some olive oil. That's it. I didn't even put garlic in there yet because the garlic, you don't want to burn your garlic, okay? So I like to put my garlic a little bit later. I don't even think I'm going to need all those things. I think this is plenty. From the garden, you know it. You know it. Listen, it's the fruits of my labor. We're enjoying the fruits of my labor today, and you're here enjoying it with me. Sometimes you make sauce and it comes out watery. Is this using fresh tomatoes or is this using canned tomatoes? And if it's from the fresh tomato and you think it's coming out too watery, maybe run it through your food processor. That should definitely tighten it up a little bit. Sometimes it's just the tomato itself has a little bit more moisture than the can. Are you putting, all right, so you're using canned tomatoes and it's coming out watery? Are you putting water from the can? Like after you put the can in, some people will swish some water. You know what I mean?
Questions on the knife.
The knife is, I got it from, oh, I don't know if I could talk about that stuff now. We will do a separate video for the knife, I promise you, okay? I will hop on here later or sometime tomorrow, and I will tell you all about this knife because I really do enjoy it, and it was pretty, like, not too expensive, okay? Let's get going on the sauce, and we'll revisit that knife situation at a later date, my friends. So here's our fried onions, look at that. Already getting nice and caramelized. I got my stove on like a medium here. You know, you don't want to burn them. You don't want to burn them, but you want to get a little color. So let's add our tomatoes. Hello, Ellen. Hello. Hi. How are you, Debbie? Inspired you to start your garden. That's so cool. Oh, Deliciousness Bakery's here. Everyone say hi to my girl. This is the beautiful girl that cooks before me. She actually bakes and she makes the most beautiful cakes. Like so talented. You guys really have to check her out. Babe, are you watching? Can you?
I'm watching.
Are you pinned her?
Pinned her.
Good, my hubby pinned her. Check her out, guys. She's so much fun. And she's so like bubbly and positive. She just like puts you in a good mood, you know? Thank you so much, babe. You do not need to send me gifts, guys. Thank you. I totally appreciate them though, obviously. And you guys just coming, showing up, and hanging out with me is the best gift yet, okay? Marinara sauce so far. We got in here, all we have is onion and our fresh tomatoes from the garden. I'm gonna do a nice amount of salt, probably like, you know, tomatoes love salt, okay? And this is for a sauce. So I'd say probably like a half a tablespoon. Now we're gonna slice up some garlic for here because these tomatoes are gonna create its own moisture. So you're not gonna put any moisture in there. You don't need any water because we're gonna put a cover on it and the condensation is gonna create the moisture. Let's get some fresh herbs first. A little bit of fresh parsley. That's gonna all wilt. And some fresh basil. Okay. Cover it, let's slice some garlic, and then we'll work on our shrimp. But you know, as delicious as this meal is, simple, but like company worthy, you know what I mean? You hosting company, you don't feel like cooking a 4-course meal, fry up some shrimp, take the sauce that you got in the freezer that you made a couple of weeks ago, and make yourself a shrimp parm, okay? Hi from New Zealand, how freaking cool is that? What time is it in New Zealand? What time is it over there that you're watching me make shrimp parm? Hello from New Jersey. Isn't that so cool?
How many cups of tomatoes you think ballpark in that sauce?
I'd say that's about 3 cups of fresh tomatoes. Julie, I love you too, babe. I'm gonna do about 4 nice chunks of garlic. Now, with this, you could obviously serve it over pasta with the marinara sauce. I'm gonna just do a little sauteed broccoli rabe. And, you know, I'll save the reserved sauce for my kids because they're probably gonna want pasta for lunch tomorrow when they go to camp. I know Fina will at least.
10 a.m. in Australia.
10 a.m. Good morning, babe. Good morning. Fresh garlic, chop it up, dump it in. Chop it up and dump it in. Clip that. Chop it up and dump it in. Okay? If you're just joining, we're doing shrimp parm. We're doing homemade marinara sauce. This is all tomatoes from my garden. Okay, tomato, onion, garlic, fresh herbs. You put a little salt. Now we're gonna start working on the breadcrumb mixture for our shrimp parm. Now, if you know how to make chicken cutlets, fried eggplant, or pork cutlets, even a little like, what's that other chicken rollatini we used to make? The spadinis. If you know how to do that, you're gonna be using the same breadcrumb mixture, okay? This same breadcrumb mixture that I'm about to show you, so if you're watching, you better not leave, okay? Because you're gonna miss it, and then you're never gonna make a delicious fried piece of shrimp, okay? You need delicious breadcrumb and cheese. I know fish and cheese is not normally a thing that we do, but there's no rules in my kitchen, okay? There's just no rules in my kitchen. So today we're gonna put cheese with a little shrimp. So please don't lose your mind, okay? Don't lose your mind. So I like to use a nice seasoned breadcrumb here. Thank you, Tammy, for the gifts. And then we're gonna do equal parts breadcrumb and cheese, okay? So I only have about 6 shrimp. Now, obviously use this, you know, put as much as whatever you're making. If you're making more shrimp, then eyeball it like that. Little breadcrumb. Thank you, Rudy. You're amazing. If you guys are just joining, we're making fried shrimp, and we're going to turn it into a shrimp parm and marinara sauce. So this is our breadcrumb mixture. It has the bread, the cheese. Now we're going to season. This is a grated pecorino romano, but you could do Parmigiano Reggiano, whatever, you know, grated cheese you got on hand. Not a big deal. Put a little bit of salt, not much because that cheese is salty. Hi, Mama G, how are you, my love? Are you enjoying the lake? The best cheese to use. I do love that cheese. It is great for pasta. You know, that's like the everyday grated cheese in my house. You know, if I'm buying grated cheese, that's the one I'm buying. This is onion powder, garlic powder, which, you know, I use interchangeably. If I use onion powder, I'm most likely also using garlic powder. Okay, some black pepper, fresh parsley. Hi from Boston. Hello from New Jersey. Thank you for following me, you wish. BBB, you wish B. Thank you for following me, boo. Did you ever make brinjal? Is that the lentil and rice dish with the fried onions? I could be wrong.
Hi from Rhode Island.
Hello from Arizona. Queens in the house. Guys, thank you so much for joining me. Another great start to the season. We're going to be making shrimp parm today, okay? Can't go wrong with a little shrimp parm, right? Cannot go wrong with a little shrimp parm. So this is our breadcrumb mixture. Now let's do our egg. Two eggs I got over here. All love from Callie. I was crying. The onions did make me cry. They did. The onions made me cry. They were like, oh, the onions don't make you cry. And I'm like, yeah, I'm so used to them. I'm just so tough. I'm just so tough and strong. That onions don't make me cry, not me. And then I started bawling like a baby. Okay? All right, my people. 2 eggs. Splash of milk. We are making a breadcrumb mixture for shrimp parm. First, you gotta fry the shrimp, and then we're gonna, parm it. So I put 2 eggs. Here's some milk. Just like a tablespoon or 2. And you're gonna really season this the same way, Onion powder, garlic powder.
Jersey's here.
Jersey's here. Jersey's here too, babe. Jersey's over here too. Close the cabinet. Oh, I know. Aren't you guys used to me by now? Aren't you used to me with my cabinet vibes? Aren't you used to me?
South Dakota.
Old Bridge loves me. I love Old Bridge. Shout out to Old Bridge. Hi from Central Jersey. Hi from Central Jersey. My cookbook is in the works, guys. I am knee deep in edits, okay? You don't understand, when you work with a publisher writing a cookbook, it's like a real thing, okay? So I just got back the edits from the publisher or the editor. There's so many things. So my head has been in that, So if I seem a little distant to you this week, that's what it is, I'm trying to spread my time wisely. It's also my daughter's birthday at the end of the week, so I'm really trying to focus the beginning of the week so I could just be in full mom mode by the weekend, You know what I'm saying? Okay. Are you just joining? Did you mix the breadcrumb mixture? Should we go through it again? What do you think? So this is a egg wash that we did. A little 2 eggs, milk, onion powder, garlic powder, salt, black pepper, fresh parsley. Same seasonings in here, except a little grated cheese and breadcrumb. Okay? Very simple. Very, very simple. Now we're going to do a little shrimp parm. Let me get my shrimps. These are colossal shrimps, which I'm going to tell you, when you buy them in the shell, they do look a lot bigger, okay? I don't think there's a bigger shrimp than colossal. What do you think, babe? What do you think about that? A bigger shrimp than colossal?
I think it's bigger. Is there like a tiger shrimp or something bigger? Or
No, a tiger shrimp?
Or prawn.
A langoustine? That's not considered a shrimp.
Lobster, I think.
Yeah.
Prawn.
Oh, a prawn.
Tiger prawn.
Well, jumbo. Is jumbo bigger than colossal?
It's about the count per pound. That's what matters.
Okay, let's take a poll. Babe, you don't want to do polls on there? Me and my husband are both learning, okay? We are the older crew on TikTok.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, is a jumbo or a colossal bigger? Because I think the colossal's bigger. Close half the cabinet.
Close that.
We did it. We closed the full one this time. Okay, I'm going to move my sauce to the back of the stove right now. I have a frying pan here. I'm going to put some avocado oil in here to get it nice and hot for our shrimp. Little avocado oil, something with a high smoke point, because you don't want the oil to burn before the shrimp gets nice and brown, okay? A shallow fry. And that's just gonna get hot while we bread our shrimp. What brand pan? I don't know. I'm not really picky with my pans, honestly. And I gotta like feel the pan, see the pan. Like, I feel like I can know how it cooks if I just look at it. The weight of it, the type of material it is, I'm gonna tell you, Costco, that's where I get a lot of my cooking pans. So here's our colossal shrimps. Now I took the shells off. I cleaned both sides, bottom, top. clean both sides of your shrimp, okay? Thank you for following me, Heather. I appreciate you, babe. And you're gonna take your shrimp. Now, you don't need to do the flour dredge here. You really don't, okay? You can if that's what you were, taught doing. I know some people are stuck in their ways. Do it. Do you, boo, okay? But for me, that's just an additional dish that I need to wash. And it's just not necessary. So I do a dip into the egg. And then you go right into the breadcrumb. Now, ideally, you want to do a wet hand or dry hand, but
Suzanne got a question.
Tell me, Suzanne. What's your question, babe?
What are you serving the shrimp over?
I am serving the shrimp over a broccoli rabe sauteed with garlic and oil. Because I'm saving the sauce for my daughters. They're going to want it for lunch tomorrow. Hi, TikTok fam. What did you guys cook for dinner? Tottenville loves you. Shout out to Tottenville. So broccoli rabe, I think it depends on if you're eating it out of season. Is it bitter? I have had broccoli rabe that was bitter. And I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't really think it depends on the cooking process. I think it does depend on if the vegetable itself is in season. Okay? But I feel like I like it either way. I'm just a broccoli rabe stan. Clean out fridge soup and zucchini. Oh, love that. I love a good fridge clean out soup. Life of Tucci's, you should never be scared to cook anything, my love, because what's the worst that you could do? Fail? So you try again tomorrow. Who cares? You're never going to know if it's something you want to do or you can do if you don't try it. And listen, you could try it and it could be the best thing that you ever had in your life, babe. The best thing you ever had. And you could be like, why did I wait so long to try this? Do you know what I mean?
Mini burgers and fries.
That sounds delicious and right up my husband's alley.
Sure, lamb chops.
He loves a good hamburger. Ooh. I actually just bought a good jerk seasoning. I don't know if it's a good one, but... Hi, Heather. Thank you for the hand hearts, my love. I actually just picked up a thing of microgreens. It was hard to get around me for some reason. I don't know if I told people about him and they sold them all out of the stores, but I couldn't find them around me. Yeah, right now I don't really need the greenhouse because it's nice and hot over here right now. Although it is starting to get a little chilly already, believe it or not. I am not prepared for that. I gotta tell you. Now, with this leftover egg and breadcrumb mixture, you could definitely do something called fried bread things. I mean, I don't know what it's like technically called, but that's what we called it growing up. It's with the leftover egg, the leftover breadcrumb, and you basically fry it up into a patty. And then we used to dip them in ketchup. I know that's very random. The other day, it was like, it actually felt like fall around here. Yeah, and then you could even fry them up and then you could cook those bread things in the sauce, okay? So my broccoli rabe, I'm not even going to blanch it because if you cut it small enough, you really don't need to blanch it. You could just cook it with a splash of stock, and that stock is doing the blanching and the cooking all at the same time. You want to cook it till it's bright green, and that's it. I think the misconception with broccoli rabe is that people cook it too long. Once it starts getting dark green, it does not taste as good as if it was when it was like a bright green, okay? I'm checking our sauce. It smells so delicious, okay? Now, look at it already. It's already broke down. It's already in like a saucy consistency. The tomatoes have reduced. And if you just go at the back, the side of it, you crush the garlic, the onions on the side of the pan. But right here, you could go right here and eat this over sauce right now, completely done. But the longer you cook it, the better it's gonna be. You know what I mean? So it doesn't matter either way. You can do an immersion blender. I honestly just like it chunky. I'm a chunky sauce type of gal, but that's just a preference for you. What do you prefer? Do you prefer it chunky or do you prefer a nice pulverized sauce? The reason why I don't love putting it through the pulverizer, which I know it's still delicious, but I like the chunky onion. You know what I mean? Let's slice up some garlic for our broccoli rabe while we wait for our oil.
Thanks, Andy.
Thank you, babe. I want to show you a great indicator to see if your oil is hot enough. Take a little bit of your breadcrumb mixture and put it in the oil. You see if it like fizzes to the top nicely, then you know it's ready to oil. You see how that didn't fizz? That's not ready to be cooked yet. It's got to like pop up. Like you know when something is frying nicely and it's not frying nicely. Okay? Right now it's not ready. It's still not hot enough.
Get a lot of questions on baking soda in this sauce.
Oh yeah, I don't do any of that. I think if you buy okay, I'm trying to word this properly. I think you should try different canned tomatoes. Whatever brand of of tomatoes that you're buying, try a different can. Try a different brand. Because if you have a, you know, usually it's the tomato itself is a little bit too acidic as to why you would need the sugar or to why you need the baking soda. You know, not that I think it's wrong or right, because sometimes it also depends on where you are in the world, you know, like everything cooks differently in different parts of the world. So that's also something to always remember.
Makes sense.
You know? Yes, the Italian baking soda. I've heard that before. I've heard the, you see how how that sizzles? Now you know it's ready to fry. Now, especially with shrimp, because you don't want to overcook it. And remember, we are going to be baking this for a few minutes just to melt the cheese. So you do want this oil pretty hot. You want it to get brown before it cooks, basically, because you're going to finish them in the oven, okay? Another reason why you want to use a big shrimp, because you want to make sure it cooks. I mean, you want to make sure it doesn't overcook before it browns. You know what I mean? Now, I mean, we're going to turn this into Parm, but you could stop right here. Who doesn't love a good fried shrimp? You know? This reminds me of Christmas Eve fried shrimp.
Good stuff.
Oh, I just got them on the floor. I know, but I hate that. I'll chop our garlic. And you're only going to cook that about 1 to 2 minutes per side, even if, see how it's already starting to get brown? I'm going to rotate my pan because you know nothing cooks evenly. So you always want to rotate and turn. And we're going to flip. You see how that's nice and brown already? It's exactly what you want. Now, that shrimp's not cooked, but it has the color and it has the texture that you want before you pop it in the oven. Do I care to repeat what was on the shrimp? Of course. It's my usual breadcrumb mixture that I use to anything that I'm breading in like an Italian manner. So the breadcrumbs are equal seasoned breadcrumb with cheese. So whatever amount of breadcrumbs that you use, like almost equal of cheese. Fresh parsley, onion powder, garlic powder, salt, black pepper. That's it. So I'll cook this another 30 seconds and I'm going to transfer them right to here, not even on a paper towel or anything, because you want that little bit of oil when it goes in the oven. Okay? And then we're going to cook the broccoli rabe. You have never fried your own shrimp, babe. I'm telling you, the thing about it is, you know the quality of the shrimp. You know the quality of the ingredients in the breadcrumb. You know it's not all filler. See, I didn't put the flour on there. And that breadcrumb's not going anywhere. That breadcrumb is on there, flour or not. Look at that. Those are beautiful little shrimps.
I'm here, Christine.
My hubby's here. He's over there. He's in the background. Usually he's reading me comments. He's not. He's being a little quiet today.
I'm replying to the comments.
Oh, he's replying to them. Look at him. I'm gonna dump this out. Don't put it down your drain, please.
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 I'm going to just put it. I have a little bowl in the sink, and then I'm gonna use the same pan for my broccoli rabe because why do we need to use 97 plates and 97 pans? We just don't. You know what I mean? And these are pretty easy to wipe, so.
Fire away comment replies over here.
Fire away, fire away. I love you too, babe. You guys are so kind. You give me the nicest comments. You guys are so dope. And you know what? Thank you so much for hanging out with me, spending your Tuesday nights with me. And now, you know, we got each other for another 8 weeks. Who is excited? Me. Who has 2 thumbs and is excited for Tuesday Night Lives? Me. This guy right here. Let's take a look at our sauce.
Leah, what temp is the oven?
The oven, we're gonna put it on right now, 450.
450?
Yes, because we're just melting the cheese. Now, by the time you melt the cheese, the shrimp's gonna be cooked. You only need like another 2 minutes in there, and you really need to wait until the oven is preheated here, okay? That's our little marinara sauce back there, if you're just joining. We made a little fresh marinara sauce with tomatoes from the garden, okay? They want to know what the name of my cookbook is, babe. Should I tell them? They probably could guess it if they really wanted to.
Yeah. We should do a poll.
No, not yet. Let's wait till it gets closer. Let's not tease him yet. It's not coming out till 2026, my people. You got some time. You got some time. And I know it feels long for you. Trust me. It's been long for me too. But it really has been like a life-changing experience writing this thing. I'm not kidding. It really teaches you like dedication and hard work. Truly, truly does pay off. It really does, man. It really does. Well, it seems sooner for you, but we've been working on it since last year. So 2 years in the making. But you know what? Good things take time. And I'm completely happy with that, okay? So many cool things have happened between then and will happen up until then. And everything just comes and happens at the right time, right? Like everything happens for a reason. So let's get back to our broccoli rabe, my people. So here's our frying pan. Now I want to use an olive oil for this. A nice tasty oil, okay? I'm not blanching my broccoli rabe because you really don't have to. Especially like I said earlier, if you cook it smaller, there's no need to blanch it. I mean, you can if you prefer, but I feel like you put a little splash of stock, it cooks right in there, okay? I put some garlic. The sauce is fresh tomatoes, onion, garlic, olive oil, salt, fresh parsley, fresh basil. That's all that's in the sauce. And even if I wasn't using fresh tomatoes, I would still make my sauce the exact same way. I would just use like a canned crushed tomato, you know? I do really love a few specific brands of that, so if you want, I would make a video dedicated to just canned tomatoes, because I actually have tried so many and have tested like which ones are more acidic, which one give you like agita, you know what I mean? So if you did want that, you know, I could do that for you. It stays very tender even if you saute it, especially if you put a little splash of stock and you cover it with foil. It's doing the same thing it's gonna do in the blanch. You're just cooking it in the flavorful liquid. You know what I mean? And I'm also cutting it a little smaller. So these little woody stems are not gonna take as long, this size, as they would opposed to, you know, keeping it whole. I always put parsley in my sauce. Yes, whether I'm cooking it with the parsley or I top my pasta with it. Parsley and basil, honestly, I use interchangeably. We're a big parsley house. My mother's a big parsley girl. So I guess that's where it comes from, you know? You know what I'm saying, my babe? You want to just get your garlic nice and caramelized. You see that? You don't want to burn your garlic because burnt garlic is not tasty. It's really not. I will definitely make a video dedicated to those canned tomatoes, I promise you, my people. And if you're just joining, we're making some fried shrimp. We're going to be doing shrimp parm. I'm going to put some sauce on here, some fresh mozzarella. I just have some olive oil going over here with a little garlic, and I'm making some broccoli rabe. I'm showing you don't have to blanch your broccoli rabe, okay? Right into the hot oil. Be careful. It will come at you, okay? And then you're gonna put a splash of stock in here. And then you're gonna cover it. And that's gonna be like your blanching. You know what I'm saying, Diane? Oh, Mr. T just got the #2 gifter badge. You go, boo. You go, boo. I'm doing like 2 tablespoons of whatever stock you want on hand, chicken stock, vegetable stock. You can even do water. Just season it a little bit extra if you're gonna do water, okay? Now I'm gonna use these to boil. What, babe?
Big Fender got the 2 Garoto tomatoes.
Whoa! A little bit of salt. I need my crushed redsies. Where's my crushed redsie bedsies? Here she is. Sprinkle, 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 sprinkle. Okay. Now, let me tell you something about broccoli rabe, okay? Some people, they have a misconception about it. You gotta overcook it. You gotta cook it till it's this dark Christmas tree green. Do not do that to your broccoli rabe. I think that's why you think it's better. I think that's why you hate broccoli rabe, okay? The way to cook broccoli rabe until it's just bright green, just until it's that pretty nice green, like the fall's over, you know, the season's changing and the trees are looking pretty again, that nice bright green, that's what you want to see when you're making broccoli rabe, okay? Now, you also don't need to blanch it if you're in a rush. You just do a little olive oil, a little garlic, a little stock. Now we're gonna cover it, okay? And let it steam for a few minutes. Let it steam for a few minutes because that's what's gonna give you that blanching process without doing it. Now we're gonna build our shrimp parm. If you're just joining, okay, you missed the whole beginning, but we fried up shrimp. It's a nice little Italian mixture of breadcrumb. And I fried it like 2 minutes per side. There's a nice colossal shrimp. You want something fat because you don't want to overcook it in the oven, okay? Now, of course, you want to use a little mozzarella. I'm going to choose to use a little fresh mozzarella just because, you know, it'll be fancy tonight. It'll be fancy tonight online. You know, my hubby's going to enjoy this. It's actually one of his favorites. But no pasta, just a little broccoli rabe on the side. Have you guys ever had shrimp parm? I feel like it's not something that people have often. Thank you, Tammy, so much for that. Thank you, sweet D. I appreciate that, my love. Thank you. So here's our shrimp. Look how beautiful those look. I could just eat them just like this, okay? Dip them in a little flavorful aioli, and you're good to go. But why stop there? Why stop there? What do you think? Here is a beautiful tomato sauce that I made. This is tomatoes from my garden. It has olive oil, garlic, fresh herbs, chunky tomatoes from the garden. If you don't like it chunky, throw it in the blender, throw it in the food processor, whatever your vibe is, okay? Pulverize it. And then if you want to even go a little further, you can turn this into a tomato soup. But that's a story for a different day, okay? We're just going to focus on the shrimp parm today. Hi, Charlene. So this is some fresh mozzarella. I got the one already sliced. This isn't like anything crazy. You get this at your local grocery store. This is not something you can attain on your own, okay? Very relatable ingredients. Now again, I like my sauce nice and chunky. I do have some chunky herbs in here. You can cut it smaller or pulverize it, okay? Now you put some of that sauce on there. The reason why I like to keep it chunky because I feel like you could appreciate the tomato itself, especially if it's something that you grew in your garden, right? Like you want to taste the tomato. So it just all becomes part of it. Like you see the onion, and then you put a little fresh mozzarella right on top. And I mean, it's really just nothing better. This is like Christmas Eve to me, okay? Well, actually Christmas Day, because you would make the shrimp parm the next day with the leftover fried shrimp from the night before, okay? Tell me not. What did you do with your leftover fried shrimp from Christmas Eve? Tell me. What'd you do with it? There was never any leftovers. I get that, babe. I get it. The problem is my mother will make 97 pounds of food because she just never thinks there's enough, okay? Okay, so we have a beautiful shrimp. Can you see how delicious that sauce looks? Now, I feel like you could really appreciate the tomatoes when you're eating your sauce chunky like this, okay? Now, again, if you don't like this, take that exact sauce and put it in the blender. Trust me, it is so delicious. You will love it. Just the freshness of the tomato. So good. Put your fresh mozzarella right on top. One little fat slice for each. And you're putting this under the oven. I have it on 450 right now. Like 3 minutes, literally, until that mozzarella is completely melted. And then, by this point, I think the rabe is done. Let's check the color of that. Let's see if it's that nice bright green. That nice bright green that we were talking about.
None of that burnt green crap.
None of that burnt green. None of that old Christmas tree green. Right?
No pine needles over here.
No pine needles on this side of town. You see? Look at that. This is perfect stove off. Right before it turns that dark green. That's what you want to say. I'm going to put this aside. My love, can you give me a nice lemon, please? Take it out of the hot pan, okay? Because if it's the color you like right now, it's not going to stay that in this hot pan. Get it out.
Get it out.
Get it out. Get it out of here.
Get it up and get it out.
Get it out of here.
We worship.
You better worship. You besta. Now, people will do this and they'll discard that fried garlic. No.
You wipe it on a towel.
You gotta eat that fried garlic.
Make you wipe it on a towel after.
AKA your shirt.
Save a trick.
Looks so good, babe.
Shut the cabinet.
Shut the cabinet. Shut the cabbie.
Cabinet toe.
Now, I like to cut some for the thing so you can eat it. Do a little before you eat, you know. Let me take the lemon seeds out. I don't want to go over here with no lemon seeds. You want no lemon seeds in there. It's getting in my throat. Look at that. I mean, just gotta appreciate a vegetable sometimes. I feel like if you don't love the vegetables, you just haven't had them cooked properly. You know what I mean? Delicious. Let's cover this so it stays a little bit warm. I just popped the shrimp in the oven. I'm gonna put this sauce in the mason jar because my kids are gonna definitely have me make them sauce tomorrow morning for lunch. If I know my kids. If I know my children. Thank you, Just Jen. Thank you, my love. Thank you for following me, J Tough. If you're just joining, we got some shrimp parm going over here, some fresh marinara sauce. Guys, this is such a classic dish, okay? And I mean, maybe the shrimp, I feel like shrimp is probably one of the more affordable fish, actually.
Yeah.
Because sometimes it's like, it's hard to eat the seafood too because fish is crazy all the time. Like $45 a pound. And sometimes you just want like a nice plate of scallops. You know what I mean? If I'm gonna pay $45 a pound for the scallop, I feel like I may just go to the grocery. I may just go to the restaurant. Right? Like take me out on a date night. And also pour me a glass of wine while I'm out. You know what I mean? Let me enjoy it. Babe, I think you should do this for me.
What?
Over the sink. Put this in me. Because my love, I'm going to spill it everywhere.
I'll fuck it up too, at least I'll do it.
Thank you, my
Before you
love.
realize.
Thank you, my love.
You're welcome.
Do you guys like shrimp? I know I always get that. Some people will be like, oh, I don't even like shrimp or I'm allergic to shrimp. But I'm still going to be there watching the same thing. I just love to watch people cook in general. Like, I really do. We have those TVs with, like, the free channels. And we have that Cook's Country channel. And I just watch that thing all the time. Like, that's what I have on in like, the background. Cook's Country all day. Yeah, I mean, I know my friend Niall is allergic to shrimp. I feel like shrimp is one of those things that are a very common allergy, right? Like a lot of people are allergic to some sort of shellfish. some sort of shellfish. Even when I'm eating, I'm watching cooking shows. Me too, my people. Me too. Me too. I just enjoy it. It's like peaceful. It really is peaceful to watch someone cook and be creative in their kitchen. And it's also nice, like, especially coming from someone that cooks so often, like to see how someone else's mind goes with those ingredients. You know what I mean? Yes, shellfish is a very common allergy. I'm gonna just chop up some fresh parsley because I'm gonna want to top the parm when it comes out, and some fresh basil. Just keep an eye on it. You really just want to get a nice melt on it, okay? Get a nice melty on it.
Everyday Essence said, check the shrimp.
I just checked it. We're on the same page, my people. We're on the same page. From my garden. Hi, Jenna. You inspire my cooking so much. That makes me so happy, you know, especially coming from someone who like maybe doesn't cook too often and like now you're in the kitchen more. That's dope. But also like you should be proud of yourself for that, because yes, you're here watching me and like learning, but you're actually going out, you're buying the ingredients, you're spending your time creating those recipes, you know. That's another reason why I said, like, even in the beginning, thank you so much for hanging with me, especially on these Tuesdays, but I really hope you learned something from these. This is basically free knowledge, okay? You know what I mean? I love it. I love it so much. Seasoned breadcrumbs. Okay, so for the breadcrumb mixture, if you want to go through it one more time, I will with you guys. For the Italian breadcrumb mixture, which I use for not only my shrimp parm, my chicken parm, you know, for chicken cutlets, fried eggplant, pork cutlets. So the breadcrumb mixture is seasoned breadcrumb, equal parts seasoned breadcrumb, and some sort of grated cheese. Onion powder, garlic powder, salt, black pepper, fresh parsley. So simple, but like delicious, okay? And it goes with anything that you're frying or breading in like an Italian manner. Simple. Thank you, Margot. I appreciate that. And let me know when you do make the broccoli rabe. Let me know if you put a splash of the stock instead of parboiling it, and let me know what it tastes like. The sauce recipe is really not even a recipe, babe. It's just fried up onions, garlic, olive oil. You put the fresh tomatoes in, or you could do a can of tomatoes, and then you season it with what you want. I do garlic powder. I do salt and black pepper, and then fresh herbs, parsley and basil. I'm gonna take the shrimp out because they're definitely done. And then I'm gonna show you how I would plate it up. And then my hubby is gonna try it because shrimp parm is really his favorite, honestly. Oh, it really is. Look at those little cheesy goodness, okay? Now I'm coming right in with the fresh parsley on the hot cheese. And I'm gonna plate it up and I'm gonna cut them so you can see the inside. Give you a front row seat to the shrimp parm. Cheese paw. Now, I don't normally recommend fresh mozzarella for anything parmed. I do prefer the block mozzarella just because it has more moisture, okay? But for this, because you're not cooking it in like a casserole style, you see how I have them spaced apart, and you see how you're just putting like one slice on each. That can work here, right? So why not? Because I do like the taste of it better. But if you're cooking it in like a casserole form, it would waterlog your casserole, okay? Waterlog them. Little baby shrimp parms. How cute. If you got company over, you make little baby shrimp parm sliders. Guys, people are gonna wanna come to your house every day. You're not gonna be able to get them to leave. I mean, look at that. It's beautiful, right? Like perfect. Oh, Frig me, baby. No, baby, you didn't see that. Pretend you didn't see that.
Because you're the one eating it. Oh, I'm good.
It's just a beautiful little piece of shrimp. And you know what? When you cook them properly, they really are delicious. They're just juicy and plump. See, this is what you love about live TV, right? Is this what you love about live TV? Oh God, I'm having too much. We're having too much fun, guys. You know, life is too short. Spend it having fun, okay? Spend it laughing. When you can, when you find the time to laugh. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes you feel like you're never gonna get the time for that either. Look what we did here! Make my hubby a little plate now. But again, like you see how I took the shrimp right off the tray? It would keep cooking. So if you're taking something out of the oven that you know is like finicky with time, shrimp is definitely one of them, take it off the hot tray. And you know me, I'm not trying to waste an extra dish. You know, if I know it could sit there, trust me, I'll let it sit there. But the shrimp really can't. It will overcook. Thank you, Team C. Make my hubby a little plate. Especially if you're not trying to do the pasta today, okay? You serve it over a little vegetable on the side. You serve it with a little bit of salad, a nice crunchy salad. You know, that's really all you need. I think also the misconception with red sauce is you have to have it with pasta. You could make sauce and not eat it with pasta. You know what I mean? Babe, can you record me making the plate?
Yeah, of course.
Thank you, Bella.
Somebody just taps get camera.
Get camera.
Get camera.
It's because they know that I always take a picture at the end, see?
Get camera.
Mr. Leah.
Yeah.
Wait, I gotta put it in the right font that I like. Gotta get that flour off.
Gloria has the same dishes.
Oh, did you get them from Walmart? Because this whole set. Okay. Little plate? You see me?
Yeah.
This is our beautiful shrimp parm. If you're just joining, you really missed a delicious meal tonight, my people. But my husband is gonna try it for you, so you didn't miss the best part, okay? This is fried shrimp topped with a homemade marinara sauce, tomatoes from the garden, fresh mozzarella. You just bake it very lightly until the mozzarella is melted. I'm gonna serve it with some sauteed broccoli rabe, okay? Little crushed red in there, keeping it spicy for you, babe. Here's our beautiful little shrimps. I'm not coming any closer because if you were here 5 seconds ago, one did go flying at the phone. One did go flying, okay. I mean, does that look beautiful or what, babe?
Really good.
Now I'm gonna cut one because I want to show them the inside. Did I shut my oven? I know we can. Let's get a little knife. Let's get a little fork. Knife and fork. Yummy. Okay, you ready?
Of course.
They're like perfect. I feel so bad cutting them. It's like too beautiful to cut.
There's more than one cabinet open.
They're all open, huh? Oh, they all go over that. Look at that, guys. Perfectly cooked shrimp, okay? Sauce, nice and light sauce. It's not a thick sauce. It's a nice, light, garden fresh sauce. It's all you, babe. Come, enjoy. Because I'm going to have to do a little mukbang later, so I don't want to eat this now and then eat it then. You know what I mean? Who cares about the cabinet? Yeah. Watch my husband enjoy your shrimp. Babe, you're too tall. You're too tall.
Hi. Look at that. Pretty good.
Pretty good. Tell me how delicious it is.
Pretty good. It's delicious. It's amazing. Look at that.
I know it's delicious.
I love that show. Just so everybody knows. It was really good.
Tom really is the star of the show, man.
Love that.
Tom comes and steals the show, but I'm here for it. Steal it, babe. Do you?
Look at that.
He really loves shrimp parm. This is just his thing. And I really don't make it too often. I don't know why. It's such an easy meal. It's such an easy meal.
I like the sauce.
No cocktails today, babe. No cocktails. It's a long week and I'm focused. I'm laser focused this week.
Tuesday.
So, what?
It's a Tuesday.
Yeah. I mean, it depends on the Tuesday, though.
Yeah.
If I was going out to eat, I'd probably have
Yeah.
a little martini.
Yeah.
I mean, you know what I mean?
It's good.
Cooked perfectly.
I don't miss anything.
Nice little chunky. No, I don't want it because I'm going to eat it after. Give them a bite. They want a bite.
Boom. 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 How
Okay,
many
so
tomatoes?
tomatoes, I used about 3 cups. I'd say those are pretty big tomatoes. I'd say it was probably about 8 tomatoes altogether. If you're using like a Roma tomato or like a on the vine, I'd say it was about 8 tomatoes.
Okay.
First thing I did was use about 2 or 3 tablespoons of olive oil, and you fry up a nice onion in that olive oil till it's nice and caramelized, okay? Then you want to break down the tomatoes. Put the tomatoes in, fry the tomatoes down, and also add some garlic in. You want to add the garlic later. How was Sip Sip So Right? That was the Welsh's event I went to. It was so much fun, actually. So much fun. The rabe is my fave, too. Tom's taking it. He's taking it.
Thank you.
He said it's all mine. I'm going to put this here, though. So whoever joins us can see this beautiful meal that I made, because I'm so proud of it. And that's another thing I love about cooking. I mean, I guess if you enjoy it, it really does make you feel accomplished, especially when you create something that it's like, oh wow, this is like freaking good. Like you did that. You did that, Bill. You know? I love that. That makes me happy. That makes me so happy. Right, guys? The shrimp was in the oven, probably like 4 minutes, 5 minutes tops. I had it on 450. And you really just want to keep it in the oven until it gets nice and golden brown. And really just toast it. I mean, really just melt it. Just until the cheese is melted. Just until the cheese is melted. It doesn't take long. And the shrimp also, I use the colossal shrimp, which helps, you know, it helps ensure it doesn't overcook. My hubby's over there still eating. How's the broccoli rabe? You like it today, huh? See, sometimes my hubby's weird with broccoli rabe too.
Sometimes it's too bad.
Sometimes it is too bitter, and like I said, it's not even the chef that's cooking it, it's the vegetable itself. It just may not be in season.
It's the time of year.
It's the time of the year, yeah.
Where's it from? You got a regular food?
It was from a local grocery store. No, nowhere crazy. Shrimp is from a local grocery store also. It can be very bitter, yes. And again, I think it depends on the season. I do. Angel Marie, thank you so much for being here. We love that you're here, babe. What's on next Tuesday? I don't know. You tell me. I was thinking, I don't know if I should tell you yet.
You can tell Suzanne.
We always do seafood. We really always do seafood. We should do a Taco Tuesday. Oh, but make it Italian. Stuffed peppers.
Yeah.
Stuffed peppers. I got a ton of peppers in my garden right now that I would love to make a nice stuffed pepper. I just don't know how that's gonna play out on the live because like there's a lot of downtime with stuffed peppers.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? A lot of downtime with stuffed peppers. Sausage and peppers. I actually just made that for content. I have to edit it and get it posted for you guys. Thai vegetable soup. I made that on Monday. If you go to my page, I actually posted that the other day. If you guys are just joining, you missed a really great episode tonight. This was TikTok TV Season 3, Episode 1. They loved me so much. Last time they called me back for a season, for another season. And we're opening up this season with a nice shrimp parm, okay? This is perfectly fried shrimp in a nice Italian breadcrumb mixture, topped with some homemade sauce made with tomatoes from my garden. Nice fresh mozzarella on top. And then we made some sauteed broccoli rabe, okay? Olive oil, a little garlic. Have you guys ever had shrimp parm? Thank you, Margot. I appreciate that. I appreciate that, babe.
Chicken cacciatore.
Chicken cacciatore. And you know, chicken cacciatore is one of those meals that could be made so many ways. I know some people that bread the chicken. I know people that don't bread it. There's really like, it depends on your family, right? Like, everyone cooks things differently. And it doesn't mean it's the wrong way. It just means it may not be what you're used to. You know? And I really want people to appreciate that too, because for those people making it that way, that's their memory. You know what I mean? The way you make it is your memory. And just keep it like that. We don't have to have the same memories. You know? Yes, there's so many people in here right now. You guys are dope. But you missed the delicious cooking, okay? You guys are joining too late today. I'm on at 8 o'clock normally, my people. And today we made shrimp parm, okay? A nice shrimp parm. I already did pork chops with vinegar peppers on here. We made so many things on here. I mean, I go live like once a week for like years. For like years. It's been years now, okay? I do take like a break here and there, you know, depending if it's vacation or summer, whatever. But I'm on here every week, my people. We're cooking up something delicious. And knowledge is power. So when you come here, I really, truly hope you guys walk away from these episodes with, you know, a little something. Even if it's like something as easy as like drying off your shrimp before frying it. Like just a little something that can get you a little further in the kitchen. Make you a little more confident in the kitchen. You know what I mean? Because you don't have to be a 5-star kid. You don't have to be a 5-star cook to make a delicious meal. You really don't.
Lamb chops.
I love a good lamb chop. Have we ever did lamb chops on here, babe? Maybe not for TikTok TV. I think we should do a barbecue wise.
Fresh rosemary, springies, you know?
From the garden. Rosemary from the garden. Drinking a little sparkling water. Stuffed shells. Thank you, Mr. Mike. I appreciate you, babe. Yeah, the thing with the outside is, you know, background sounds and it's just like kind of unexpected. You know what I mean? The outdoor lives are very unexpected. From the garden. You guys know you're going to hear me say it all summer because in the winter I can't say it. I don't have my garden veg in the winter. You know? I'm going to tell you the amount of money I save in vegetables is not even normal. It's really insane. I haven't, like, what do I buy? I've definitely been buying onions. I'm not growing onions. I feel like I need to definitely plant onions next year. 100%.
Yeah.
Right?
I think so.
Chicken scarpiello. I made something like that last night, actually. I had my mother-in-law here watching my kids because I had to run out. And I made a roasted potato dish. It had potatoes, peppers, sausages, onion, olive oil, splash of red wine vinegar, a ton of different seasonings. And it's a great one-pan meal. Thank you, babe. Thank you, my love. Seafood salad. Listen, if you go to my page, I have my seafood salad pinned up there. That was one of the videos that definitely put me on the map, I gotta say. My husband always does something on the grill. He loves the grill. Fried chicken sandwiches. I did that on here too. Remember? Those were so good. Remember those fried chicken sandwiches I made?
Oh, yeah.
And I made homemade coleslaw for them. I made a delicious fried chicken sandwich on here once.
Stuffed zucchini.
I'm going to hang out with you guys for another few minutes, but if you guys were here just for TikTok TV, I really appreciate you. This was so dope. Another amazing episode and delicious, okay? And I'm going to sit down and eat this with you guys. Usually I do a little mukbang after because I like to recap the people that didn't get to join. Because, you know, some people work nights or some people work early morning and they're sleeping because they got to get to work in the morning, you know? I get it. I really try my best to be considerate of everybody. Thank you, Gia. Thank you, Mr. T. Thank you, Mr. T. Eggplant parm with gravy. Do we call it gravy or do we call it sauce?
Oh, don't do that.
Do we call it gravy or do we call it sauce?
Gravy goes on turkey. Chicken Savoy. I've heard that a couple.
Is that the one with the stuffed with the butter? No, that's chicken Kiev. Where can we purchase the apron? Soon, my people. One day soon. This was actually a mock-up. I actually changed it a little bit.
Suez.
But don't worry, you guys will be the first to know. This is another thing that's been in the making. Very simple, but I'm like, I just know what I want when I want it. So the thing is, I'm not a person, and my husband could definitely vouch for this. I'm not a person to like be afraid to speak up what they want. I think especially growing up, like being such a people pleaser where you will just say and do whatever somebody else wants to make them comfortable. I do the exact opposite now. Like to the max. To the absolute max. Thank you, Jen. I appreciate that, my love. I just feel in life, what do you got to lose, right? What do you have to lose? I think some people are so afraid, like fear of embarrassment or fear of like shame or fear of what people are gonna say about you, so they won't go take that leap to like do something that maybe will benefit them. You know what I mean? Because when I first started doing TikTok videos, you think the people in my life, you know, some of them, but you think all of them are like, oh wow, great, like I'm so proud of you. No, you don't think they were like, well, that's embarrassing, bro. Like, what are you doing? That's so embarrassing. Why are you doing it? It's embarrassing. 3 years later, babe, doesn't seem too embarrassing to me, I gotta say. I gotta say, I would have never had the opportunities that I have now 3 years ago without, you know, coming out of my shell and not being afraid of what people are saying about me. And that's just the fact. And that's not me, that's just in general, everybody. Like, whatever field you're in, don't be afraid to just literally be yourself. Who cares? Who cares? People are gonna talk about you anyway. You know what I mean?
Chopped cheese sandwiches.
I just made a chopped cheese. How good was it?
It was really good.
It was delicious.
You know what would be good?
I've been on here so long, I basically shared everything. What?
A chopped, like, salad sandwich.
Like that sub tub?
I made that shit for years.
Yeah, what they do is they make the
I used to
toppings.
make it all the time growing up.
No,
In
but
the
they
deli, all
do
the time.
the onion, the tomato, the lettuce. They mix that with like a mayo dressing.
I used to do it with chicken cutlets.
Ooh, chop
And
the
I would take
sandwich.
the chicken cutlets.
Yeah, I don't know
do
how I
that.
feel about those chopped sandwiches.
Some of them are disgusting, but if you do it right.
I just
it's
think
easier.
visually they don't look great. Oh, they're called grinders, yeah. Okay. I like the sliced meats with that little mayo dressing they put with like the vegetables, delicious. But when they take all the cold cuts and chop them up and then put the chopped cold cuts on the bread and make a sandwich, that I don't think I could get behind that one. Because it's like,
Chef salad
what's the
sandwich.
point of it?
It's a chef salad.
It's like you play with your food and then put it on the bread.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
It's like the 2-year-old made it.
Lasagna with bechamel. Good idea.
Oh, that's the classic Sicilian way, the bechamel. It's not a classic Sicilian lasagna if you don't have the bechamel. Got me up making a sauce now. I love it. Listen, it makes great leftovers, babe, okay? Just put it in your fridge. You could do a nice meal tomorrow with it. I love you too, babe. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you all. I'm gonna hop off and I'm gonna enjoy this shrimp parm, okay? This was so much fun. There's so many amazing things in the works. You're gonna see me every single Tuesday, 8 p.m., okay? TikTok TV or not, you know I've been here. I was in the mountains last week, okay? With my kids running in and out of their bedrooms. And I was on here cooking. Yes, I still have extensions in. I'm dedicated to my trade, okay? And I'm dedicated to you guys, so of course I'm gonna come, hang, cook a good meal. Cooking is like therapy for me, so why not? Why not? Thanks for hanging, my people. Me and Tom, we love you so much, guys.
We do.
We love you. I'll see you later, guys. I'll see you next week. Or I'll see you tomorrow. Come to my page. You know I'm posting something. I'm posting something crazy over